28 minutes after 8, and we've had.
I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, we had lots of messages. So Kwame Chem is in Freetown in Sierra Leone, and he sent a message that says, "I like this intellectual discourse." Many of you also send in messages. This one says, "Please tell these MPP people to stop behaving as if two wrongs make a right. They should stop justifying this deception and keep the interests and peace of Ghanaians first." Oh, okay, yeah. I think, and then let's see. This one says, with public debts hitting 143 billion, and I think it's 142.5. When is the government considering selling off public corporations to fund the free SHS and One Village, One Dam?
Why should we sell public corporations?
Odoy in wage are sending this message. We haven't gotten there. This one says the philosophy of Ghana Beyond Aid is extremely deceptive. The very day NPP parliamentarians endorsed the obnoxious agreement between Ghana and USA, that was the day the policy of Ghana Beyond Aid became useless under the sun. Haji Willie P in Efiekoma sharing those strong sentiments. This one's saying, good morning. When you send us a message, kindly add your name so we know who is on the other side of the wire. This one says, perhaps the last one, and then we would bring you excerpts of our hotline document. Ejadam Enyam Mam says, Ghana doing well in debt. In 2016, the debt was 122 billion when the value of the GDP was 167 billion, which represent debt of GDP ratio of 73%. Now the debt is 142 with the value of the GDP 204 billion, which represent debt to GDP of 69.8%. So Ghana is working again, you say, very varying, and of course that is very much expected. We don't expect all the views to be one way, so you can also have your say. Frederick Kuma in Wase Kropon says the hypocrisy of the minority NDC is very disturbing. They approved the ratification of the Ghana-US military pact at committee level, but runs to the public to create a different picture. Well, that's not the account that has been given this morning, at least what has been shared on our show this morning. This one also says, a final one, what Honorable Nkrumah is saying about national debt is not true as a result of the long-term loan to pay the national debts. That's reducing the debt deficit. It is like chewing your own tongue. We are still going to pay the loan in future. That's Ekia Ejewa. GH sending this message. We thank you for all the messages that you're still sending to us. We'll read all of them hopefully before we wrap up the show. Roland?
Yeah, but we have to focus on mining, and it's not only been taking place in the western region, or in the Ashanti region, or even in the northern of Volta region.
It's the entire country, really.
The entire country.
Yeah.
Eastern region. You live close to the eastern region, even though it's in Greater.
I think half of my bed is in the eastern region and the other half is in the Greater Accra region.
Where you are geographically.
I agree with you. I agree.
Well, let's move on. Now, we know it's been a year since government imposed a nationwide ban on all forms of small-scale mining in a bid, we know, to end the environmental mess created by indiscriminate mining. And in the following report, which is a precursor to our latest online documentary, JoyNews Latif Idris, who was embedded in the Operation Vanguard team, is now reporting the ban seemed to have been greeted with defiance by some small-scale miners.
All right. So the fortunate thing for us here on the AM show is we get to enjoy a bit of the real action that will fully play tonight. But here we go, excerpts of our latest documentary produced by Latif Idris, the man who is where the guns are. Enjoy.
The police, two of them who form part of the Operation Vanguard team, have started investigating. In fact, I must say they just picked up 3 casings. And I see one under the bed. So, in addition, it will be 4. You can see the washing is being done, but upon seeing the joint military and police Operation Vanguard team, they've all bolted, abandoning 2 excavators and a washing machine. I see another washing machine up there. So 2 washing machines, 2 excavators, and a pumping machine all have been abandoned here at the mining site.
Thousands of liters of diesel and petrol used by the miners to power their nefarious activities in the forest have been destroyed in the operation.
after the demolition of the mining equipment. The makeshift structures that the illegal miners use as their abode have also been set ablaze here by members of the Operation Vanguard team.
Giant washing machines with trapped gold dust are being mangled with the excavators, all in a bid to break down the financial muscle of the defiant miners. At the last count, the Operation Vanguard team had carried out not less than 700 operations in the western, eastern, and Ashanti regions, where the team has forward operating bases to take the war to the defiant miners. About 1,060 rebellious miners have been arrested in the process, including foreign nationals, as explained by the spokesperson of the Operation Vanguard team, Squadron Leader Omani Ejeyi.
About 1,059 arrests have been made so far.
And in 1,059, we know there are other foreign nationals involved in the illegality. Can you break it down for us?
The foreign nationals involve about 132 Chinese and some other people from Togo, Burkina Faso, the Chinese. And the Chinese, so far we have arrested for the Togo, Burkina Faso, we have not arrested much. We have arrested, I think, 1 Togolese, 3 Burkinabes, Nigerians and Nigerians. But for the Chinese, we have arrested about 132 of them.
And how many of these individuals are facing the courts now?
You know, when we conduct operations and we arrest individuals, we just send them to the...
I have come to Chebi, the president's hometown. The impact of Galamsey on this town is enormous. Former President John Dramani Mahama once described the town as the headquarters of Galamsey because of the extent of the impact on the environment. The Birem River has shrunk so much, it now looks like a tributary. Even with that, residents tell me there's been improvement in quality following the ban.
If 2009, Galaneba, Krumuanum, Ama is saying, Sunia, the Adonai, Basa.
The river was heavily polluted back in 2009 when Galamsey operations started in this area. We are unable to use it for domestic chores any longer. But there's been improvement in the Birem River since the ban was imposed.
And one never said, baby, I want channel. I'm a question on the aye water west.
Well, we know one thing for sure. The soldiers have constantly complained, that's members of the Operation Vanguard team, that they've made over 1,000 arrests, but those that have been prosecuted as just in the small numbers.
Yeah.
And that's a great concern for them. And I'm trying to empathize with their situation, just in case constantly you tend to make the effort and you don't see the end result.
Yeah.
And it's something I guess now the media has to focus on, not only what their actions or their activities are, but what do we go through or how do we deal with the prosecutions?
Yeah, exactly. Fortunately, what Latif has done for us is to cover in detail all sides of this. So the full hotline documentary will air this evening at 8:30 p.m. right here on JoyNews. Please do watch it. We'll talk a lot more on that tomorrow, God willing, in the morning. We want to give you all the opportunity. Let us all watch it, and then let's have a conversation on the back of that. So that's our latest hotline documentary produced by Latif Idris.